Starting at forward will be Larry Hume at 6'4", 178 and a junior from Madison, Indiana. At the other forward, Jerry Sloan at 6'6", 190 and a senior from McLeansboro, Illinois. At center, Herb Williams, 6'3", 190 and a sophomore from Centralia, Illinois. Russ Grieger, 6'2", 175 and a senior from Fossey High of Evansville will be at one guard, and Sam Watkins at 6'3", 190 and a junior from Louisville, Kentucky will be at the other guard. The officials will be George Sobek and Tony Tortorella. That it has been a real pleasure and a privilege to be able to go down through 3 complete seasons and have the pleasure and the privilege of watching this Jerry Sloan play basketball. In my opinion, which is probably not worth too much, but I'm going to express it anyway, he is without doubt the best all-around college basketball player that I have ever seen. Now, there may be some of them that can score a little more than him, and maybe some of them can do something else a little better. But none of them can do as many things with the basketball that Jerry Sloan can do.
All right, I'll take Evansville because they can take a notch in their belt and rise to the occasion. Now, Southern Illinois gets the tip. This is the greatest game of the nation, ladies and gentlemen. And the ball comes down across the 10-second line, taken by Dave Lee. Here's Lee on the left-hand side. Coca-Cola and Cook Chevrolet take pleasure in presenting you the national championship game between Evansville and Southern. George McNeil in the outer half of the circle. Here's George tearing in and under. Ball is taken by Frazier to Ramsey from the corner. He's up. He's off the back of the rim. The ball is knocked down. The ball is taken. Sloan knocks the ball down, and McNeil, O'Neal, is out of bounds with it. It's Evansville's ball to the backcourt. No score in the ball game. Russ Grieger will throw the ball in. And here are the Aces on the attack. The ball goes over to Sam Watkins. He's down across the dividing line. Sam button hooks. Bounces it in. Larry Humes. Here's Humes in the lane. They double team him. Humes goes around. He's up with a one-handed shot. 8 feet. He's got it. Larry Humes hits it. And the score is now 2-0. The Aces have the lead. Lee's on the left-hand side. They switch off on him to the right-hand side. The ball comes over to Walter Frazier. Here's Frazier back out to Dave Lee. Now Lee gets the ball over to Walter Frazier. Here's Frazier taking his time. Button hooks the dribble. Goes all the way into the corner. One-handed follow-away shot is off the back of the rim. Here's the whistle. The foul is called against Sam Watkins. Right-handed shots in the air, and he hits it. So it's 2-1. The Aces have the lead. Here's Watkins looking in. Throws it down the left-hand side to Jerry Sloan. Between two men. Ball is knocked down. And a foul against George McNeil. The ball is up in the air, and it's around and no good. The ball is taken off and under the basket. Finally by Dave Lee to the left-hand side, Joe Ramsey. 2-1 Aces lead. Ramsey about halfway down. Back out to Dave Lee. Lee at the rim, up with the long one-handed shot in. He is off the back of the rim. The tip is up in the air by Boyd O'Neal. He tips it again, no good. Herbie gets it. Herbie Williams high. Here's Williams in the backcourt to Jerry Sloan. He baseballs it over to Larry Humes. 2-1, the Aces have the lead. Humes across the dividing line. Motioning for Grieger to come out. Grieger comes out. He leaves the ball with him. Here's Russ on the right side. Gets it down to Larry Humes in the pivot. He's guarded by Boyd O'Neal. He's between two men. Down, back over his head. He's good! He's good! Larry Humes with his sensational shot back over his head. We have 18 minutes remaining to play in this first half, ladies and gentlemen, for the national championship on the college division level. Two great ball clubs here. Here's Walter Frazier. One-handed shot from the free throw line. He's good with it. Sloan veers over toward the middle. Up with a one-handed free. No. He passes it over to Grieger. He's around his man. Hands it to Humes. He's up with it. He's good. Now the right-handed shot in the air, and it is good. Well, it's 7-3. The Aces have the lead. Lee guarded by Russ Grieger. Here's Lee going to the left-hand side. Now Grieger right for him, step by step. Goes into Boyd O'Neal to Lee. They switch off on him deep in the right-hand corner. Herbie takes him. Now to big Joe Ramsey. He's in the lane. Off balance. He's up with it. No good. The ball is tipped. No good. Herbie takes it. Herbie Williams baseballs it out to Sam Watkins down across the 10-second line. Here is Watkins up with a one-handed shot free throw line. Good! Sam Watkins hits it. The score is now 9-3 in favor of Evansville. 16 minutes and 57 seconds remaining to play in this first half. Here's Ramsey back to George McNeil. Here's McNeil handing the ball over to Dave Lee. To the left-hand side, it goes to big Joe Ramsey. Ramsey kind of inching in his pivot. Here's a one-handed follow-away shot in the air. He's good with it. Sloan's down across the dividing line on the left-hand side. 9-5, Aces lead. Sloan in the corner. One-handed jump shot up, and he's off no good. Ball is taken off by Grieger, tied up by Dave Lee. Jump ball. Lee tips the ball, comes to George McNeil. The ball was thrown too high. Now the ball in under, and it's way over the top. It was deflected by Russ Grieger, the official says, and it belongs to Southern Illinois. To George McNeil. He's down with a one-handed, left-handed shot. He's no good. The ball is tipped. Here's the whistle. And a foul is called against Herbie Williams. Here's the shot that is no good by Williams, taken off by Boyd O'Neill. O'Neill gets the ball over the left-hand side. Joe Ramsey goes all the way into the corner. Throws it back out. Dave Lee, a 25-footer, is good. Lee hits. The score is 11-9. Here's Watkins going to the right side, bounces it down to Humes, has it knocked out of his hands by Lee. They go for it. Ball is taken by George McNeil. Here's McNeil going down. Here's the whistle in under, and it is no good. Walter Fraser is out of bounds with it. Walter Fraser is out of bounds with it. George McNeil knocks it back across the 10-second line. The ball is taken by Watkins, and here is Dave Lee jumping on top of it. And here is McCutcheon up off the bench. The ball comes to the near side. Grieger has it taken away by Lee and under to Boyd O'Neill. O'Neill lays it up. Sloan knocks it down, picked by Joe Ramsey. Back out. Walter Fraser's up. He's good with it. Second field goal, Walter Fraser. Ball game tied 11-11. Is this the first tie, Gus? That's right, Marv. Sam is open. He's under. He's up. He missed it. The tip is no good. The tip is no good. Finally, it's back out, taken by Jerry Sloan. Sloan with a one-handed shot, 8 feet. He's good. Second field goal by Jerry Sloan to make the score 13-11. Evansville College. Brought down across the 10-second line by Dave Lee. He gets it down to Boyd O'Neill. Now to George McNeil. A long left-hander's off the back of the rim. Russ Grieger takes it. And Grieger in the backcourt gets the ball over to Herbie Williams. Williams gets the ball now to the left-hand side. Goes in the middle. It's taken by Humes, and a foul is called against Walter Fraser. Only had one made. Here's Humes missing this one. Ball taken up by Walter Fraser. They made one and missed 4. Now the ball is way back over, taken by Walter Fraser. Delayed Dave Lee deep in the left-hand corner to Joe Ramsey. Back out to Lee. Lee in the left side hands it to Ramsey. On the outer half of the circle, George McNeil. Here's George getting it to Walter Fraser. Here's in the outer half of the circle. Walter goes up with a jump pass, goes to Joe Ramsey. He's a one-hander, 25 feet short, taken off by Jerry Sloan. Sloan gets it to Larry Humes. Humes way down. Herbie Williams. The ball is knocked down, taken by Lee. He keeps it in play. The ball is taken by Russ Grieger. And Humes takes the ball, and the official says you're charging. Technical foul against Larry Humes. Shot in the air. It's good. George McNeil. Now the ball goes over to George McNeil. They get the ball out of bounds now. Since it was an offensive foul, that's right. No shots on the foul. Here the ball goes back on the right-hand side. Walter Fraser, outer half of the circle with a one-handed shot that's no good. The ball is knocked down by Jerry Sloan, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Southern Illinois' ball. Lee goes in the outer half of the circle to Ramsey. One-hander from the rim of the circle. He's off no good. The ball is taken off by Larry Humes. Here's Humes. Taking his time. He's in the lane. Now he gets the ball over to Herbie Williams. Just barely. Williams back to Jerry Sloan on the left-hand side. Here's Sloan going out. Now Sloan turns around, bounces it into Watkins. He's up with it, no good. Here's the whistle. And a foul is called. McNeil all set. He's 1 for 1 there. George ready again. It's in the air, and it's a tie ball game. 12 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. We're in the first half of play. Here's Jerry Sloan. The Sloan goes all the way into the corner. Turns, jumps, shoots with the right hand. He's off the back of the rim. Ball is knocked down by Lee, tipped by Sloan, tipped by Watkins out of bounds, and it's Southern's ball. 13-13, the Aces out in front. Now the ball is taken to the right hand. Yeah, isn't that great? Who's excited, huh? 13-13, Evansville and Southern Illinois. There's a one-hander by Joe Ramsey, and he's off the back of the rim, taken by Walter Fraser. Fraser travels with it. Watkins across the dividing line. There's Sam in the middle now to the right side to Russ Grieger. Here's Grieger. Goes down the right side to Jerry Sloan. Sloan comes to the outer half of the circle. Jerry turns, jumps, shoots to the right hand. He's no good. The ball is taken off of the basket by Fraser. Intercepted by Sloan. Sloan to the left side under to Grieger. He's up with it. He's good. Great play by Jerry Sloan. Had to tightrope walk that sideline. Got it into Grieger. Russ lays it up and in. 15-13. The Aces have the lead. 11 minutes, 25 seconds remaining to play in the first half. To George McNeil in the outer half of the circle. Evansville 15-13. McNeil now to the right side to Boyd O'Neill. To George McNeil. Long left-handed shots in the air. He's good with it. The score is now 15-all. Here's Sam Watkins down across the dividing line. To the right side it goes to Russ Grieger. Into Humes in the pivot. Humes back out. A one-hander is in the air by Watkins, and he's good. A foul is against Fraser. Here is the shot that is good by Herb Williams. Now the score is 18-15. The Aces have the lead. The ball. It's over to George McNeil. George goes into the corner, guarded by Larry Humes. Now to Randy Goyne. He hooks it into Boyd O'Neill. Boyd turns, jumps, shoots, deflected by Sloan, taken by Grieger, goes to the floor. Whistle foul called on Joe Ramsey. Shot, it's around, it is no good. Taken off by Boyd O'Neill. Now to the right side, it comes over to George McNeil. He's down across the dividing line, 18-15. Evansville has the lead. The ball comes in the outer half of the circle to George McNeil. Here's McNeil. To the right-hand side to Boyd O'Neill. He hands it to George McNeil. Now McNeil guarded by Sloan. Way back out to Dave Lee. To the right side, it goes to Randy Goyne. Now to George McNeil. Deep in the corner. Ramsey up with a one-handed shot, and he is good with it. Man, he really had to get that one away. Herbie Williams had that hand high in the air, but Ramsey hits for his second field goal. Here's Sloan bouncing it into Humes. Here's the whistle, and a foul is called against Boyd O'Neill. Now the right-handed shot by Humes, and he's good with it. Ball is up in the air, and it is around and good. Now 20-17 with 9:56 remaining to play in the first period. Ball is taken by George McNeil. George McNeil to the right side to Randy Goyne. Back out to McNeil at the top of the circle. McNeil, long left-handed shot, 20 feet. He's good. Man, he can hit that sling shot. George McNeil on the right side, the left-handed shot. The score is 20-19. Evansville College. Grieger gets it into Humes. Humes turns, jumps, shoots with the one hand. He's hit right in the face. No good, no good. The ball, nothing is called. Here's Lee coming down through the middle. Lee goes in under. Lee travels. And Sloan brings it down across the dividing line right in the middle. The outer half of the circle. He stops, jumps, shoots 16 feet. He's off the back. Ball taken off by Ramsey, and Ramsey is fouled by Herbie Williams. It is a one-shot foul for Ramsey. Right-handed shots in the air. He's good with it. Now it's 20-20. 9:08 remaining to play. We're in the first half. The ball. Now Watkins comes over to the middle. Down the left side to Jerry Sloan. There's Sloan in the left corner. Gets it into Humes. Humes turns, jumps, passes the ball back out. George McNeil takes it. Now McNeil goes the outer half of the circle. In under, lays it up. He's good. George McNeil puts Southern out in front. I believe their first lead, Gus.
That's right, Marv.
22-20 with 8:45 remaining to play in the first half. Grieger moves down the left side in under. Sloan in the pivot, turns, jumps, shoots. He's good! Turnaround shot by Jerry Sloan. Third field goal. Makes the score 22-22. 8 minutes, 22 seconds remaining to play in the first half. Cook Chevrolet and the Coca-Cola Bottling Works of Evansville. Happy to present Evansville College basketball home and away throughout the entire season. This is Marv Bates with Jiggs DeVault, Gus Banco, and Mickey Austin. George McNeil at the top of the circle. Here's George trying to go down. He travels. George travels with the ball. 22-22. Now Sloan on the left-hand side. Goes all the way to the end line. They double team him. Baseballs it back out. Grieger in the inner half. He scoops it up. He's good. Man, he stretched out and went down that. Looked like he was going to shoot from the inner half of the circle. He ended up with a stretch-out, scoop-up shot. And Johnson turns around, goes for it, lays it up. He's good. Ralph Johnson. Johnson gets his first field goal. The score is 24-all. 7:25 remaining to play in the first half. Grieger to Sam Watkins. Watkins on the right side. He's around his man. Takes a screen set up by Williams. Here's Sam looking for somebody. Back out to Herbie Williams. Great defense put up by Southern Illinois. Williams way back out to Russ Grieger. Now to Herbie. Now to Russ Grieger. Down it goes to Sloan. Jerry Sloan there with a right-handed shot that's good. Right-handed shot in the air. Sloan is good. Jerry hits it. 26-24. 6 minutes, 56 seconds remaining to play in the first period. Now to Dave Lee. Here's Lee faking into the middle. Dave gets it back over to Joe Ramsey. Back out to George McNeil. To the right side to Randy Goyne. To George McNeil. George getting it over to Dave Lee. Lee tries to go around his men. Stops, hands it off to Big Ramsey. He's on the far side. Ramsey to Lee. Here's Lee bringing it over toward the middle. Tries to dart part. Goes into the one-handed shot. He's off no good. The ball is tipped high in the air. It's grabbed by Russ Grieger. Grieger gets the ball over to Sam Watkins. Watkins down to the left-hand side. Gets it to Herbie Williams. Here's Williams back out to Watkins. Watkins long one-handed push shot, and he is no good. Ball misses the hook. Jerry Sloan slaps the ball. It tries to get it back in play, but he can't do it. And it's Southern Illinois' ball. It comes from the outer half of the circle to Dave Lee. Lee in the pivot now. Turns around. Faces the basket. Dave with the ball high above his head. Dribbles once. Backing up. Twice, 3 times. Continues to dribble. Throws it in to Big Johnson. Here's Johnson. Has it knocked out of his hands. Picks it up again. Johnson gets the ball way back out to Dave Lee. Now it's over to George McNeil to Dave Lee. Lee down to Big Johnson to Ramsey. Up with the one-hander, 7 feet. He's no good. The ball is taken off by Larry Humes. Humes is in the lane. Larry gets the ball over to Russ Grieger. 26-24. Evansville with the ball. Comes back over to Sloan. Free throw line up. Around. No good. Ball taken off onto the basket by Randy Goyne. Fast break. George McNeil 3-on-2. Goes in the middle to Lee. Lee to the left side. Ramsey. Stops. Jump shoots. Corner. He's up. Bouncing. No good. Ball goes to the floor, taken off by Ramsey on the bounce. Ramsey hands it to Randy Goyne. Now it's back out to Dave Lee. Here's Lee getting it into George McNeil in the outer half of the circle. 26-24. The Aces have the lead. Comes in. A hook shot by Randy Goyne is no good. Taken off by Herbie. Herb Williams rakes it down. Gets it over to Les Krieger. To the left-hand side, Sam Watkins. Here's the whistle. A contact lens has been dropped. All right, here's Humes. All set. Gets the ball into Les Krieger. Now Krieger over to the right-hand side. Now down the left-hand corner. It goes to Herbie Williams. Williams fakes the middle. Dribbles. Goes over. Now with a jump shot. 12 feet. He's short. Ball back out. Knocked down. Then they go after it. Here is a jump ball. Foul is called. Evansville has the lead. It's in the air, but not for long. As Ramsey ties it up at 26 all. To Jerry Sloan. He's down across the dividing line. Jerry's on the near side. Moves about halfway. Here's the whistle. With the whistle, timeout for Evansville to Watkins. Now goes over to Jerry Sloan. Jerry holds on to it. Down to Krieger in the corner. One-handed shot is in the air by Russ. He's off the back of the rim. Ball is tipped high in the air. It's grabbed by Larry Humes. Jump pass to Sloan. He fakes. Goes up with a one-handed shot. 8 feet. Good! 28-26. The Aces out in front. 4:04 remaining to play in the first half. Ralph Johnson with the ball. Here's the whistle. A charging foul on Ralph Johnson. Big Johnson turned around. Sloan went sailing through. Here's Jerry getting Larry Humes. Turns, jumps, shoots, right hand. He's around. He's good. Shot in the air, and it is around. Good. Larry Humes hits it. Now it's 31-26. The Aces have the lead. The ball. Now Ramsey. Back to the right side to Randy Goyne, to Dave Lee. It goes to Randy Goyne. Back out to George McNeil. Here's George getting over to Joe Ramsey. Deep in the left-hand corner. Bounces it to Big Johnson. Johnson hands to George McNeil. Left-handed shot, 20 feet. He's off the back of the rim. Herbie gets it. Here the ball goes down to Sam Watkins. Watkins down 2-on-2. Bounces. Krieger coming in. Here's his shot up. Good, good, good. Russ Krieger hits for his third field goal to make it 33-26. 3:05 remaining to play in the first half. The Aces on the fast break. They look terrific. The ball comes over to George McNeil. Here's that slingshot in the air. He's off the back of the rim, and Herb takes it again. Herbie Williams bounces to Jerry Sloan. Here's Sloan down to Sam Watkins. He's on the left side. Watkins goes around his man. Here's Watkins in the corner. Jump shot up. No good. Ball is tipped by Sloan. Here's the whistle. And a foul is called against Jerry Sloan. The right-handed shot is in the air, and it is off the back of the rim. Herbie knocks it down, taken by Dave Lee. Back out Ramsey. Goes back out to George McNeil. It goes to Randy Goyne. Long one-handed shot, and he's good with it. Randy Goyne hits for his first field goal from about 18 feet out. The ball is knocked down by Randy Goyne. The ball is knocked out of bounds. Ball comes in. Sloan in the lane. Open. Up. And 7 feet. Missed it. Ball is taken off under the basket. Randy Goyne. Dave Lee. Here's Lee around his man. Coming down. Lee and Sloan. Here up with a one-handed shot. It is good. Here's a foul call on Herbie Lee. Right-handed shot. Ramsey. He's good. 33-31. The Salukis are back within 2 points of the leading Aces. All right. Now the ball to Jerry Sloan up with a one-hander outer half. He's good. Sloan hits in the outer half of the circle. 35-31. The Aces have the lead. 1:47 remaining to play in the first half. There's McNeil under to Randy Goyne. Turnaround jump shot is no good. Ball taken up by Jerry Sloan. Sloan gets the ball away to Larry Humes. Here's Humes down across the mid-mark. Humes coming down outer half. Jump, shoots, right-handed shot, bounds, no good. Ball hits the floor, taken by George McNeil. George gets the ball away to Dave Lee. 35-31. Aces have the lead. Lee comes down, hits McNeil. He's open. Left-handed shot's up. He's good with it. George McNeil, fourth field goal. 20-footer from the right side to make the score 35-33. Aces out in front. Russ Krieger, one-handed shot whistle. And with a whistle, a foul is called on Dave Lee. Shot in the air. It is good. Right-handed shot, and it is good. So with Russ hitting it, it makes the score 37-33 Aces. Way back out to George McNeil. This left-handed shooter, he can really thread that needle, boy. Lean and lanky. Splinter-type ball player. Good coordination. Boy, he can do it. Now the ball is back over to Dave Lee. Now Lee gets it back out to Joe Ramsey. Ramsey. George McNeil. McNeil's on the left side. Johnson's in there in place of Herbie Williams. Ronnie Johnson. Dave Lee now. Back out. McNeil fires it. It's up. It's good. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. They don't get it away. Yes, he said he does. 39 for Evansville. 35 for Southern Illinois. Here's the one-handed shot by Dave Lee. It's off the back of the rim. The ball is taken off by Walter Frazier. Deep in the corner with a one-handed shot. He's good. Walter Frazier hits for his third field goal. It goes 39-37. And Evansville has the lead. Here is Jerry Sloan. Goes in the outer half of the circle. Sloan bounces into Humes. He goes in, lays the ball up. It's no good. The ball is taken off on the basket to Walter Frazier. He gets it away to Dave Lee. Fast break down the right side. Goes over into the middle of the left side. Joe Ramsey. 20-foot shot is up in the air. It's good. Ramsey ties it up with it. Goes in with a hook shot. It's good. For his 7th field goal. Jerry Sloan, 41-39. The Aces have the lead. 18 minutes and 57 seconds remaining to play in the ball game. Ramsey, a one-handed shot. The ball is high in the air. It's off the back of him. The ball is taken by Jerry Sloan. It's back out to Sam Watkins. Here's Watkins down across the dividing line. Goes over toward the middle. To the right-hand side to Herbie Williams. Here's Williams hanging on to it. Back out to Sam Watkins. George McNeil guarding him. And he goes, takes a screen set up by Herbie's on the near side. Sam goes up with a one-handed shot. It's no good. The ball is taken off under the basket by Boyd O'Neill of Southern. 41-39, Aces lead. George McNeil in the middle. Turns around. Here's George getting it to Walter Frazier. Frazier goes in, passes off. Joe Ramsey open with a one-handed shot. He's in and out. No good. Ball is taken by Ramsey. He's in the lane. Here's his shot. He's good. Joe Ramsey, 5th field goal to make the score 41-41. 18 minutes and 2 seconds remaining to play. Jerry Sloan around his man. Turns, fakes, goes, hook shot up. It's no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds, and it is it's given to Southern Illinois. Down the right-hand side, it goes to Walter Frazier. Here's Frazier in the corner. Frazier gets the ball in and travels with it. Tries to go down through the middle. Big thicket down through there. He couldn't get through. 41 all. Sam Watkins. Jerry Sloan. Left-hand side about halfway down. Play back in again. Jerry Sloan with the ball. Salukis lead 47-45. Sloan fakes in the middle, back out to Watkins. Right side, Herbie Williams in the corner to Russ Grieger. Now it's back out to Herbie. One-hander rim of the circle, and he's short with it. Ball taken by Randy Goins of Southern Illinois. It's back over to Ramsey. Randy Goins in there in place of Walter Frazier. 47-45. Southern. Here's McNeil at the rim of the circle. George McNeil gets it over to the right-hand side to Randy Goins. It comes way back out to Dave Lee. Now Lee goes down the right side, goes all the way into the corner. A 2-point lead by the Salukis. Dave Lee receives the ball back from Randy Goins. He throws in the outer half of the circle to George McNeil. Here's George now. Fakes the shot. Here's his left-hander. He's good again. Boy, he can shoot over that hand. Doesn't make any difference whose hand it is. He gets up over the top of it. 7th field goal. Southern takes the 49-45 lead. Here's Jerry with a jump shot. He's off the back of the rim. Ball is taken by Herbie Williams. Herb turns, jumps, shoots. No good. Aces can't buy one. Ball comes over to Dave Lee. 49-45. Goes under McNeil. Here's his left-handed hook. He's good. There's Herbie Williams. Down Russ Grieger. In under. Humes is up, and he's good with it. He's fouled by Ramsey. Larry is all set. A right-handed shot is in the air. He's good with it. Now the score is 51-48. Southern has the lead over to Dave Lee. Here's Lee on the left-hand side, guarded by Grieger. Goes over toward the middle. Moves to the left side again. Now back out to Big Joe Ramsey. Ramsey to Randy Goins, the outer half of the circle. He bounces it down the right side to George McNeil. Left-handed shot from the corner. He's off the back of the rim. Taken by Jerry Sloan. Down to Humes. Humes going under. He's up. He's good. Evansville's famous fast break of Jerry Sloan. Larry Humes on the quarterback-to-end type pass. 51-50. That's it back over to Boyd O'Neill. Here's a long one-handed shot. He's off the back of the rim. The tip is by Randy Goins. Randy Goins, the official says it is good, and the foul is on Boyd O'Neill. Oh, and Watkins hitting it. It's 53-51. Southern with the lead, and with now Ramsey up with a one-hander that's good. Ramsey faked Sloan out of position and laid it up and in. It's 55-51. Ball to Sloan. Here's Jerry in the middle. Gets it to Larry Humes. Around his man. Up with a shot, and it is good. Humes for his 7th field goal. 55-53. Southern leading. Evansville started to cover in the backcourt. Now 55-53. Southern leads. Here's Boyd O'Neill. Lee is open. He lays it up two. Dave Lee. Sam Watkins to Jerry Sloan. Jump shot 18 feet. Swish! The 8th field goal by Sloan, and it's 57-55. Southern continues to lead. They also have the ball with 11 minutes and a half remaining to play. For the national champion, down the left-hand side to Joe Ramsey. Ramsey works for his shot, bounces it back over. Lee with a one-hander 25 feet. It's bouncing. It's good. Dave Lee, 3rd field goal. Makes the score 59-55. And Watkins on the left side of the court. Long one-handed shot by Sam is off the back of the rim. The ball is knocked to the floor by Sam. It's picked up by Humes. Humes turns, jumps, shoots. No good. The ball is tipped, no good. Taken off by Dave Lee. Here's Lee getting it down court. Ramsey open under, up and good. Ramsey for his 8th field goal to make the score 61-54. Goes to the free throw line, bounces it to Humes. Here's Humes, has it knocked out of his hands by Lee. They go to the middle. And George McNeil and Jerry Sloan tie it up on those to Dave Lee. Lee's going down for Southern. Turns around, hands it to Johnson, lays it up, he's good. Ralph Johnson, Herbie's under, he's up, he's good. Somebody sat him right on the floor. Herbie Williams for his first field goal. 63-57. The Salukis lead. Down there goes to Ralph Johnson. Here's Johnson with a fall-away shot that's good. Ralph Johnson hits an under, and the score is now 65-57. Be thrown in by Sam Watkins. Here's Watkins bouncing in the right-hand corner to Russ Grieger. Grieger takes his time to Sam Watkins. A one-hander right corner up. Swish! Watkins hits his 4th field goal. Makes the score 65-59. 9:20 remaining to play. Southern Illinois has the ball in the lead, and quite a sizable one it is. Here's Johnson. Way back out to George McNeil. McNeil on the right side, gets it down, goes over to Randy Goyne. He's open with a one-handed shot, and he is off the back of the rim, goes up, hits the support. The officials didn't see it. Here's the hook that is good by Ramsey. He gave it to Ramsey. Here is Humes in under. Now Humes with a shot that is up. He is bouncing. It is no good. The whistle. Larry Humes hits the free throw. Right-handed shot in the air, and it is good. Well, we'll see how much difference that makes. It was one where the ball went up and hit the support above, and the officials didn't see it. And it's 2 extra points for Southern Illinois. Gets it to the left-hand side. Ralph Johnson up with the one-hander. He's no good. The ball is tipped by Ramsey. No good. Sloan hits the floor. The ball is on the near side. Way back out to George McNeil. To Dave Lee. Down to the right-hand side it goes. It goes to Randy Goyne. Here's Goyne getting it way back out to Joe Ramsey. To Dave Lee. 67-61. It goes into Ralph Johnson. Back out to Ramsey. Ramsey in the outer half leaves the ball. Goyne, long one-handed shot, and he is off the rim. Ball is taken off by Jerry Sloan. Sloan in the lane. Gets the ball away. It's over to Larry Humes into Grieger. Grieger around his man into the one-handed shot. He's bouncing no good. Tip is up by Humes. It's good. Larry Humes tips it up and in. 67-63. The Salukis have the lead. George McNeil in the outer half. Goes in under, taken by Randy Goyne. Back out to Joe Ramsey. He holds on to it to Dave Lee, and looks like they're going into it. Here is Lee on the near side. Back out to George McNeil. Now McNeil on the right side, gets the ball over to Randy Goyne. 67-65. McNeil goes down, doesn't shoot it, bounces it into Johnson. He bounces way back out to Goyne in the corner to McNeil, back out to Goyne. In the middle, it goes to Lee down to Ramsey. A jump shot 12 feet is missed. Taken up by Herbie Williams. Herbie gets the ball over to Sam Watkins, down to Jerry Sloan. Sloan on the left side. Sloan in between 2 men. Sloan goes into the corner. Here's Jerry getting it back out to Herb Williams. Williams into Grieger. It goes into Humes over his head. He's good. Larry up with it. He is good. So the Aces take the lead at 68-67 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining to play in the ball game. This is the first time Evansville's led in a long time. The foul is on Jerry Sloan, I believe. Jerry Sloan. Ralph Johnson there, first time. Right-handed shot in there. It's no good. Sloan takes it. Jerry gets it over to Herbie Williams. To Jerry Sloan down across the dividing line. Here's the pass. And Sloan's pass is wild, goes out of bounds. Inning it's 68-67. Aces have the lead. Ralph Johnson holding on to it. Way back out to Randy Goyne. The left side to Dave Lee. Lee goes out toward the middle. Here's Lee getting it down to Walter Frazier, who's back there. Frazier around his man, goes in. One had a follow-away shot, so no good. Ball is tipped, finally taken by George McNeil. Long rebound. Here's McNeil coming down the right side. Walter Frazier. Frazier's on the right side of the court. Gets it into Lee. Lee's in the inner half. Down the lane. Lays it up, and he is bouncing. No good. The ball is taken by Sloan. He tips it out. It's taken and turned by Ralph Johnson. In it goes, Walter Frazier. Here's Frazier getting the ball over to Lee on the right side. Back out to Walter Frazier. 68-67. The Aces have the lead. Ball is back over. Here is Goyne going in. Passes the ball to Ralph Johnson. He came out of there with it. Johnson bounces it in. Walter Frazier in the lane with a one-handed throw at the basket. Whistle. The foul is right-handed shot by Frazier in the air. It is around. It is good. Down the right side. It goes to Russ Grieger. Into Humes. Humes turns, jumps, shoots. It is no good. Here's the whistle. The right-handed shot. It's in the air, and it is good by Humes. Shot in the air, and he's good. Larry Humes makes it 70-68. The Aces have the lead, and Southern Illinois has the ball. 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining to play. Frazier takes his time. Frazier guarded by Herbie Williams. Fraser going into the corner, goes into the pivot, turns, jumps, shoots, and he's off. No good. The ball is tipped by O'Neill. He's good. Boyd O'Neill tips it up and in for his first field goal. The score is 70-7. Russ Grieger deep in the right-hand corner. Dave Lee is guarding him. It's back out to Herbie Williams. Now it goes to Grieger. Back over to Herb. Free throw line up with a one-hander. He's good. Herbie Williams hits it with 3 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. 72-70. The Aces have the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, for the national championship goes to George McNeil. Here's George facing the basket. Now goes into the pivot. Starts down the left side. Goes all the way into the corner. They switch off on him. Here's George coming way back out, taken by Dave Lee. Lee veers over to the left side. Leaves the ball with Randy going over to Walter Fraser. Fraser at the top of the circle. Fraser veers to the right. Now comes back to the top of the circle. Hands the ball over to Dave Lee. Here's Lee on the far side. Evansville 72 and Southern Illinois 70. 2:44 remaining. Here's Boyd O'Neill on the near side. George McNeil, long left-handed slingshot, and he's good. George McNeil hits his 9th field goal. The score is 72-all. There's Humes leaving it with Herbie Williams. Williams down to Sloan. Sloan under. Here is Humes. He's up. He's no good. The tip is no good. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It's Southern's ball. 2:08 remaining. Here's Lee down the lane. Passes it off. Open. Boyd O'Neill. Here's the official. Says no, no, no. It's up. It is good. Now Jerry takes his right-handed shot. The ball is up in the air, and he's good again. Now the score is 74-72. The Aces have the lead. It's George McNeil. He comes out the rim of the circle. Now to Dave Lee. Lee takes his time. Lee in the middle. Lee starts down the right side. Pass it off. Here's George McNeil. Shot in the air. He's good. It's 74-all. Going to the left side of the court. Here's the whistle. And they're in the lane too long. Evansville's in the lane too long. Down to George McNeil. Here's George getting it back out to Boyd O'Neill with 24 seconds. To the left-hand side to Dave Lee. He gets it down to Fraser. Now Fraser takes his time. Goes back over to George McNeil. 15 seconds. George moving to the left side. Back out to Dave Lee, to Walter Fraser, to Dave Lee. Time is wanted by Southern Illinois. It's taken by McNeil. Here's his shot. It is no good. Evansville has it. Gary Sloan has the ball. Time is called by Evansville with 1 second. We go into an overtime for the national championship, ladies and gentlemen. 74 for the Aces, 74 for the Salukis. Here the ball tipped way back. Sam Watkins under, open up, hit. Sam Watkins on the tip-off for his 5th field goal. The score was 74-all at the end of regulation time, and now it's 76-74 Evansville. The ball goes to George McNeil to the left side. Joe Ramsey with it. He jumps, shoots 20 feet in the air off the right side, taken by Grieger. Russ Grieger gets the ball. Jerry Sloan, 76-74 Aces. Here's Sloan coming the outer half, bounces it under. Humes turns, hook shot out. Beautiful! Lee with a one-hander, 20 feet. He's short. Ball is tipped, no good. Ball is taken by Boyd O'Neill. He's up. Here's the whistle. All right, here's the shot. It is no good. Taken off by Herbie. Herbie Williams gets the ball away. Now the ball down across the dividing line. Evansville 78 and Southern 76. Herbie Williams to Sam Watkins to Williams. Back over to Russ Grieger. Grieger out toward the middle. Fake. Down the right side it goes. Here's Herb Williams. Way back out it goes to Jerry Sloan. Sloan on the right side. Goes all the way into the corner. Here's Jerry holding on to it. Now Sloan bounces it back out to Herbie Williams. To the right side it goes to Jerry Sloan. 78-76 Aces. Outer half of the circle. Sloan going down. Goes all the way under. He fakes. He is double teamed and fouled by Dave Lee. Here's the right-handed shot. The ball is up. It's good again. Boy, he hit 2 clutch free throws like that before. And now stepped up and hit 2 more. It's 80-76. That doesn't mean the Aces win. But I'll guarantee you the pressure never gets too thick for this young man. Here's Sloan out in the middle. Hands the ball to Larry Humes. 80-76 Aces. Evansville holding on to it. Here's Humes down the left side. Herbie Williams. Williams baseballs it to Sloan to the near side. Walter Fraser just barely missed it. Now the ball to Jerry Sloan. Sloan around his man. Comes back out again. Now 2 minutes. Now Sloan holding on to it. Sloan out of the middle. Sloan comes over to the right-hand side. To the right side to Sam Watkins. Sam starts. He goes down about halfway. In under. Man open. Bounces it back out. Herbie Williams bounces it back out to Jerry Sloan. Ball goes over to Russ Grieger. Now to Larry Humes. In the middle. Humes comes down the right side. Leaves the ball over to Sam Watkins. 1:37. Now the ball down to Humes. Fouled by Boyd O'Neill. Important free throw. Good. Here it is. No good. Ball is taken up by Walter Fraser. Frazier gets the ball to the left-hand side. 5-point lead, Evansville, 81-76. Lee, George McNeil. Here's George in the outer half. George the right side. Randy going. He jumps. He shoots. He's up. He's off the back of the rim. Walter Frazier. He shoots. He's up. He's good. And Watkins. He's there. He's only been there once before. This one is around. It's good. In the air. It is good. Now 83-78. Frazier in the inner half with a one-hander that's good. So Walter Frazier hits it. It is his 6th field goal. Now 83-80. The Aces have the lead. It's official timeout. Walter Frazier. Here's Frazier getting it down the left-hand side. George McNeil into Walter Frazier. He's up in under. Ramsey's up, and he's good. Now Jerry is all set. 1-1. The ball is in the air. He is good with it. The right-handed shot. Ball in the air. Good again. There it is. 1 second. Aces, national champions, undefeated. Aces, Aces, the Aces. Here they are. They're hugging Sloan. They're hugging McCutcheon. This is the greatest bunch, ladies and gentlemen, that we have ever had the privilege of seeing. The Evansville College Purple Aces. They're undefeated. They're national champions by a score of 85-82. And no more deserving person than Jerry Sloan playing his final game before the sellout crowd of 12,797 to step up to hit the 2 pressure free throws. Larry Hume, to whom Sloan has been a real buddy this year, over hugging Jerry, and realizes just exactly what this great basketball player has meant to him personally and also to the Evansville College Purple Aces. This is absolutely fantastic. This is something that you probably see once in a lifetime. So enjoy it and have a good time and be proud of our community, the Evansville College Purple Aces to the man. You don't want to undersell the reserves. It's true, this is basically a 5-man situation where the pressure is going, but these fellows have to have somebody to practice against. And the happy reserves are in tears over on the far side, just the same as the Evansville College 5 regulars. And A-Rad McCutcheon with a grin from ear to ear. And Evansville with an 85-82 win over the Salukis of Southern Illinois. Truly a wonderful basketball team and a ball club that you never have beaten until the last few seconds. Remember, there was only 1 point separating these 2 fine ball clubs when Jerry Sloan stepped up to hit 2 free throws with 1 second remaining. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, and there'll be quite a bit of celebration right here, and we're going to stay every last second of it and take it in. This is the hour, and this is the one to enjoy. Maybe sometime again.